How's it going, my people? So let's jump right into it. Recently, I've been speaking with a friend of mine, and we're talking about professionalism and what it means to be a professional in your field. And the reason why this happens is because, or the reason how this conversation came about was because I voiced my opinion about a certain issue, and I voiced it on social media. And our conversation was remember who you are and remember your career. I thought about it for a second. I was like, oh, well, yes, I know that I'm an educator. I know that I come with a certain set of values, morals, and I have ethical responsibility to teach these to my students. My goal is never to, quote unquote, indoctrinate children, but what I want my children or my students to understand is that it's very important to be good people. It's very important to speak up for yourself. It's very important to fight for what's right in life. So if that means that I'm indoctrinating your children, then I'm doing that to my own and my family as well. When it comes to certain issues, whether it's your religion, whether it's your political, social, economic beliefs, when students are in my classroom, that has nothing to do with anything. That's all thrown out the window. I'm placing my personal ideas, judgments, philosophy, that goes out of the window when I'm talking about teaching your student, your child, because I feel as though it is my responsibility to be the best educator for that student as I possibly can, regardless of that child's background, regardless if that child is a citizen, regardless if that child is an undocumented immigrant, regardless if this child is black, white, regardless if this child has a disability or not. My goal ultimately is to be there to support the kids to the best of my abilities. So when I hear things or react to things in this world that don't sit right with me in my heart, there's only so many times that I can sit back and say, hey, I have to make sure that I'm not jeopardizing my career when it comes to certain things. And there's been a point where sometimes I feel as though that, am I using this as a reason not to speak my mind, but it's holding me back. And I can't do that sometimes. Sometimes I can't. I think that, of course, there's certain issues where I'm, not going to speak about because it's no one's business. It's my personal business, and I don't feel like everything should be shared on the internet. Again, because we work with different people, things like that, and everyone has, their own beliefs and things. And I think that it's always important to remain professional. But there's certain things in life where you can't stay silent on. Certain things in life where you have to speak up. And does that jeopardize your professionalism? I don't believe so, especially if you're doing it in a way in which you're not personally attacking anyone or a particular group of people in a mean, derogatory, racist, homophobic manner in that sense. And that's just kind of what I believe. I feel as though that if you disagree with something that is a major issue in life that goes against your morals and your standards and your values, then you should be able to stand up for it. You should be able to speak your mind and speak your opinion, because I believe that this world needs more good people. I believe that this world needs more people to stand up for the people who don't have a voice. And I'm going to continue to do that, regardless of how I'm looked at, whether it's at, my job, whether it's in my family, whether it's on social media. And honestly, I think I've been losing a few followers recently when I've been speaking up for that, and I'm going to continue to do so. I don't think it's real life. Social media, Facebooks, the Instagrams, social media, they're not real. They're just platforms in which, people can say or do whatever they want. So if I have the opportunity to stand up for people who need a voice, then I'm going to do it. So I guess that's just my opinion on that. So I'd like to hear your opinion on where does your professionalism and your ethics or your morals or who you are before you got that job, where does that play a part into it? Because again, I think over years, over time, we get so ingrained in trying to be this, the best version of ourselves that we forget that the neighborhoods that we come from. We forget how we grew up. I think some people also forget that we are from these parts as well. So they think that, oh, Mr. B, don't push me too hard. I can push back too, but I think it's how we do it, thinking about that professionalism aspect to that as well. So just something I want you guys to think about. Something I would like to talk about. So just my thoughts. Kids are calling me. Gotta go do the daddy duty. Come in.